Welcome to Shadow Files. Our first story delves into the mind games that led a real-life Sopranos mobster to cooperate with the FBI, a strategy described as mind chess rather than mere threats. Moving on, a chilling detail emerges regarding Bryan Kohberger. His sister had reportedly warned him about a psycho killer on the loose just before his arrest, urging him to be careful. Finally, we examine the significant financial impact of the bail project. The organization spent $91 million releasing criminal suspects, a group that tragically included individuals who later committed murder. Stay with us for the full details on these compelling stories. In our first story, we delve into the dramatic takedown of the DeCavalcante crime family, the real-life inspiration for The Sopranos, thanks to a retired FBI agent's crucial work. For decades, the FBI pursued this powerful mafia organization, but one pivotal arrest ultimately shattered their operations from within, leading to a cascade of confessions. The key to cracking the real Sopranos was flipping a violent mob soldier, Anthony Capo, whose cooperation triggered a chain reaction that dismantled the entire family structure. A mastermind behind a separate robbery became a proactive witness, secretly recording mob conversations and guiding agents directly into the family's Brooklyn faction. Over 2 years, this witness made hundreds of consensual recordings, meticulously exposing the inner workings and illicit activities of the real-life mobsters. The investigation culminated in the December 1999 arrest of Anthony Capo, a feared soldier with a notorious reputation for violence and deep ties to mob hits. Agent McIlerney prepared meticulously, using mind chess tactics, knowing everything about Capo, ensuring a calm and controlled apprehension during the critical arrest. Capo became the first made member in the family's history to cooperate, a stunning betrayal of mafia tradition that opened the floodgates for further confessions. The subsequent cooperation led to 71 convictions, solved 11 murders, and effectively dismantled the DeCavalcante crime family, a monumental victory for organized crime prosecution. As The Sopranos aired, the real case provided chilling recordings of mobsters discussing the show's characters, proving invaluable for trials and highlighting the dark reality. Beyond the show, chilling recordings revealed the brutal executions and internal paranoia consuming the family, a stark contrast to the fictional portrayal. Retired Agent McIlerney warns that while weakened, the mafia persists. Constant vigilance is crucial to prevent their resurgence and eventual downfall. Following the identification of Bryan Kohberger's vehicle, frantic phone searches were reportedly made. Investigators believe this activity may point towards his awareness of being a suspect in the Idaho student murders. In a striking twist, Bryan Kohberger's sister once warned him about a psycho killer on the loose. Unbeknownst to her, she was speaking to the very person convicted of the brutal University of Idaho murders. The sister also recalled Kohberger's difficult past, including bullying and struggles with addiction. Despite overcoming challenges, she never perceived him as a violent individual before the tragic events. The family's world shattered upon Kohberger's arrest. His sister expressed disbelief, initially thinking it was a prank before the devastating reality of the Idaho murders truly hit home. We now turn to a controversial issue. The bail project paid bail for Donnie Allen, who days later allegedly murdered someone. This case raises serious questions about pretrial release programs. The bail project has spent over $90 million on bail assistance. Disturbingly, some individuals bailout out by the organization have later been accused or convicted of murder while on release. Donnie Allen's family explicitly warned the bail project not to pay his bail. They believed he would reoffend, yet their concerns were disregarded. Tragically, Benjamin McComas lost his life shortly after Allen's release. Allen's criminal history is extensive, including drug possession and vandalism. His bond was lowered significantly, allowing the bail project to post it, leading to his release just 5 days before the alleged murder. Travis Lang, convicted of killing Dylan McGinnis, is another case. The Bail Project assisted with his $5,650 bail in January 2021. McGinnis was fatally shot just months later in October 2021. Samuel Lee Scott was released on bail posted by the Bail Project, only for his wife, Marsha Johnson, to be found brutally beaten hours later. She later died from her injuries. Marcus Garvin, who stabbed a customer in December 2020, had his bond reduced to $1,500. The Bail Project paid this amount. Months later, he murdered his girlfriend, Christy Holt, and attempted to dismember her body. The Bail Project states these cases are rare, with a high appearance rate for those they assist. However, these tragic outcomes highlight ongoing concerns about the effectiveness and oversight of bail reform efforts.